Hello students and welcome to English class. I'm your English teacher, Mr. Oza, and it's time to do classwork number 26 here in our novel 1984, written by George Orwell. The title of today's chapter is Rats, Part 2. So here we go. This is the second to last chapter of the novel. We're going to finish it up tomorrow. So here we go down the home stretch. Instructions for this assignment real quick. Same as usual, we're going to look at 4 pictures. We'll do that together in just a moment. We're going to write down one prediction once this video is over in your Google Doc for classwork number 26. I'll give you some feedback right away. And then, after you're done with writing down the prediction, you're going to write down one question in your Google Doc for classwork 26. And I will be able to answer that question right away in real time here for you in Zoom class. So here we go with the first picture. Right here we have O'Brien, and right here we have Winston. You'll notice Winston is still in his prison gear. In the last chapter, he was in prison and he was being tortured by O'Brien. O'Brien is trying to brainwash him and make him a supporter of the party and Big Brother. And today, in the prison in Oceania, that effort continues. Here is Winston being led into a room. You will notice that the room is room number 101. And here Winston is going to face his greatest fear. Room 101 is reserved for people who are having a little bit of trouble getting brainwashed, who are having trouble becoming supporters of Big Brother. And so Winston will be led into this room by O'Brien, and he's going to face his greatest fear. If you remember from last class, it was the electroshock therapy that they were trying to use to brainwash Winston, followed by some injections of opiates when Winston demonstrated the behavior that O'Brien wanted to see. That didn't really work. And so here we're going to see Winston face his greatest fear, which you may remember from previous classes, rats. And so here you can see Winston. This is a very interesting, pretty disturbing piece of artwork, actually, of Winston locked up, chained and kind of tied to a chair. And here you will see a mask, and that mask is essentially a cage. And there are 2 chambers here in the cage. In this chamber right here, you see rats. And this chamber is separated from the main chamber where Winston's face is by, a barrier of sorts. So this barrier can be lifted up, and when that barrier is lifted up like so, the rats have access to Winston's face. And as you can see in this, again, interesting and pretty disturbing photograph, or it's a drawing rather, this piece of artwork, not a photograph. It is not a good feeling for Winston, to say the least. Another piece of artwork here, similar, a little bit more of a cartoonish vibe, but you can see the cage around Winston's face. You can see the rats in the cage, and here is kind of the separation between the rat area and Winston's face, and this barrier, which you can see right here, when that is lifted, yeah, that looks good. When that is lifted, the rats can have access to Winston's face. And again, you can see by Winston's facial expression, not a great situation for him. So remember, once this video is over, I'd like you to go into your Classwork 26 Google Doc, write down one prediction and write down one question based on the pictures that you just saw. All right, after you're done with the prediction and question, as usual, you're going to click the link in your Google Doc to pull up a PDF. That PDF is about 4 pages. Read that chapter. And as you're reading, or after you're done reading, you're going to fill out the usual says means matter chart. All right, you're going to read these quotes on the left side of the screen, the left side of the chart, and in the middle column, explain what each quote means. In your own words, 1 sentence is fine, a complete sentence, as always. And then on the right side of the chart, explain why each quote matters, or why is each quote important. Last step, number 4, open response question. As always, you're sharing your opinion, and in this case, you're also sharing your own kind of life experiences. Please use a quote from the book or somewhere else. That somewhere else could be, some sort of quote, some sort of thing that you or someone else said in your own personal life, or it can be from any sort of movie or show or anything, with a similar topic to our novel 1984. And as always, you can go back to the chart and get your quotes from here, get a quote from here if you want to. That is always an option for you. All right, everybody, I want to thank you for watching this video. Now it is time to jump back into your Classwork 26 Google Doc. This is the second to last chapter of the book. I hope that you have enjoyed this book. I've really had a lot of fun teaching it and reading it with you all. Once again, I want to thank you for watching this video. As always, last chapter tomorrow. Thanks for watching and have a good class.